Guys or girls of Reddit, what's a red flag in someone you look at and say, nope? There's a saying my mom used to say, I don't know where she got it from, but it's, if a guy isn't nice to anyone but you, he isn't nice, which means that like, if he's rude to waitstaff, or in general a douche to anyone else, he's still a douche. Accountability. If you can't accept when you're wrong or apologize, then I'm out. I don't have time for the mental gymnastics you have to jump through to justify your shitty behavior. Wants you to drastically change or give up your hobbies. Agreed. My cousin turned down a marriage proposal, arranged marriage, because that guy wanted her to change her job. He is a cop while my cousin is a data scientist and she earns twice as him. I'm so proud of her because of this, cuz she deserves better. Not just petty, but stupid. I want us to make significantly less money so my fragile ego is not challenged, is a very dumb reason to be poor. The last one that happened was a date I was on started mocking her ex because apparently he became a crier after a family death. Like bro, he didn't become a crier, he was grieving, and you are a whole cunt. Never called her back. Inability to be alone is a huge red flag for both genders. Relationship hopping. Seen it a million times. I think it's a sign of codependency. The type of douche that insults people that says, it's only a joke, yikes. Talking negatively behind other people's backs. People who have zero sense of humor. You've got to have a laugh at some stage of the day at work, school, hobbies, etc. anywhere. I used to be really good with zingers, like if someone insults me I used to be quick enough to throw it back in their face. I'll get there again eventually. Gone through some trauma that my brain clearly didn't cope well with. If all of your friends, or your trusted family members, hate your boyfriend, girlfriend, often, they can see things about you so that you can't. Meh. I lost a pretty good chunk of my rowdier friends because they didn't like how shy and quiet my girlfriend, now wife, was. 10 years later we're happy in our own home with 2 kids and half of my old friends have problems with alcohol, substance abuse. At a bar, I was drinking with a group of friends when, toward the end of the night, everyone went save for a new buddy I had made. He gave us another drink, and I stayed reluctantly. He then asked me to return to his house, but I declined. He repeatedly questioned before responding, it's not like I'm going to rape you. He kept doing this, and I finally snapped and left. He was the only man at the bar sporting a salmon-colored Izod shirt, I might point out. It's not like I am going to rape you, Jesus Christ, that's not something anybody should ever say unprompted. That guy couldn't possibly make himself more suspicious after that. Had to stop going on first date hikes, well-traveled places, lots of other folks, open air because my immune system is wonky and I'm nervous about COVID. 2 men joked about how easy it would be to pull me off in the woods and rape me. If they're mean to pets. Their pet, your pet, a friend's pet. Some of the worst people I've ever known showed signs early when they kicked a cat or hit a dog. Some of the best people I know would bleed for their pets. Treating waitstaff and retail clerks disrespectfully. And the most important, pets. When he asserts that he has PTSD from his time in Afghanistan, has nightmares in which he chokes you while you're asleep, and is aggressively racist toward anyone who even remotely resembles someone from the Middle East, it turns out that he never advanced past week 2 of basic training. I'm sorry about my in-law. Are oddly specific. If all they can talk is problems in their life. Met a guy on an online dating website. Had a few phone calls with him and things seemed good. Then he tells me he had a favorite pair of pants when he was in high school. He wore them every day, until they became too ragged to wear. Then he started wearing them under his normal pants. Every day, still wearing them 10 years later, under his pants. I knocked the fuck out of there. They are a die-hard fan of Steven Seagal. Talking about their first love, claiming they'll always love them while trying to be in a relationship with you. My ex-wife did this about the guy she was with before me. Turns out he was also the guy she was with while with me, and then after me. So yeah, he had a special place in her heart, and a few other places too, it turns out. If they do something wrong and turn it the other way so you think you did something, making someone feel guilty, bad for something. A guy who thinks all women are easy. I'd say applying a difficulty level to a person is a red flag. Target. Late Queen Elizabeth difficulty. Legendary. That delusional level of confidence that means having strong opinions of every topic, regardless of how uninformed they are. Still messages exes while simultaneously talking shit about them. People who try to get close to you too fast, with too much intensity. From what I've experienced, they usually want something from you or want to manipulate you. A dog owner that walks their dog, yet has no poop bags. Red flag. Went on a first date with a guy and we went to the beach for a walk. He brought his dog and when she pooped he left it. I asked if he was going to pick it up and he said it was beneath him to pick up the dog's poop. I turned away and left. End of date. I have a dark and often politically incorrect sense of humor, but my red flag is this: if that is the only type of joke a person makes, they don't have a dark sense of humor. They're an asshole. Any of the following in their personal ad: if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve my best. Insert physical appearance characteristic here, can go to the front of the line. Gonna piggyback off this and add, find out yourself, as in about me. Like, yeah, I'm trying, that's what this is for. It speaks to an inability to reflect upon oneself. Fuck the haters as a bio when there's no indication they've ever been hated on. It's likely they just see anyone disagreeing with them as the enemy. Not cleaning your house and car. Like never. At least clean it once a month and not just let it pile with nowhere so even step on. Telling you he's the only friend you need and trying to isolate you. Blaming others for anything negative that happens. If I'm scrolling through Tinder and all of your photos have filters on them. Not just Tinder. Guaranteed every photo they post themselves on Facebook, Instagram, etc. has a filter. Gotta find the photos other people tagged them in to see what they really look like. People who use mental disorders, illnesses as an excuse to be a shitty person. They put you down as a joke. Not just teasing, but things like calling your hobbies, tastes, preferences, etc. stupid or something like that and then laughing at themselves. If they're scrolling on their phone on the first date or two. It just screams, I'm bored and uninterested. It's just incredibly rude. People that define themselves by their zodiac sign. Typical Taurus. Being lazy or not carrying your own weight or being helpful is a red flag. After a certain point it becomes disrespectful. Hentai t-shirt. Getting angry over any little inconvenience. I shouldn't have to help you control your emotions. Someone who doesn't exhibit vicarious happiness, a promotion, a vacation, a game you love, the cute kid jumping in a puddle with glee, the puppy chasing a ball. Whatever you or others are excited about, are they happy for you, too? If they only are excited about stuff that pertains to them, they're not good friend material. They may even be rooting against you or see other people as competition. Or they're just self-centered. I don't know if this is here yet, but how they handle their anger. I don't mind yelling or shows of frustration, that's just being human. As soon as it comes to degrading character or name calling or anything like that though, it's a no for me. Same with any displays of violence, no matter how small. As someone dating for marriage, there's one quote that's stuck with me a long time. You can choose your husband, but your kids can't choose their dad, so look out for them too. Basically, if 5-year-old me would not feel safe around him, then it's a no-go. When they say that all their exes are crazy, bitches, assholes, their only common point is you are probably the problem. I want a real man, or some other variant of dictating what a man should be. It's always an immature toxic individual who holds harmful gender stereotypes and wants to receive 100% of the effort, have their way through life be paid for them, and all without having to contribute anything to the relationship themselves. Confederate flag.